kick it with a player that gon' hold down. Pockets too big, I'm like, what now? Shawty say she drunk from the first round. I'ma buy another shot, I'ma buy another shot. I ain't got a time or a bust down. You can say
All right, what up? Welcome to Real Life Lab Talk Podcast. We got Big Mike here.
It's Whitesmoke.
Yeah.
And we got a special guest here by the name of
HustleGod Aaron.
HustleGod Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron Smith.
We brought him in here today to ask him a few questions. Maybe let him rap on the microphone.
Hell yeah.
And also pass him a lighter.
Yeah, I need that. Thank you.
No problem, bro. So
I got the other one because that was probably
my first question: who is HustleGod Aaron?
HustleGod Aaron is a rapper out of Lima, an artist. Actually, my real name is Aaron Smith. I'm from Lima, Ohio. I grew up here my whole life. You know, just me, my mom, my dad. Always lived on the south end of Lima. Graduated from Lima Senior. Then just got real motivated into the rap scene from, you know, some of my big homies and stuff like that, watching them go through things. And I always did rap in the street and stuff like that. And I went by the name of Ease, or Easy, because Easy is one of my favorite rappers. So that's what they called me in the streets. But then after I became more professional on the music side, you know, and met Bezz and my boy Whitesmoke over here, then I just adopted the name HustleGod Aaron, you know, so, and we just been plugging away right there, you know.
Hell yeah. So, how did you get into the music scene?
Well,
or who made you get into the music scene?
Yeah, like, when did you get into the music scene? Because since I know your career, well, Mike knows your career pretty well too, but I know your career on a more personal level. When did you start, and when did it stop being local to more of a national, you know what I mean, and more of
Yeah. Well, I always, was around, my cousin, he rapped when I was younger, so, he kind of, was, an influencer. A lot of my older cousins were, but my cousin BDR, he had a little group around here that he rapped with, and I always just used to freestyle when I was little with him, and then he ended up going away for a while. But I had another couple other homies that had helped me out in the rap game in the street, and they just introduced me how to produce and stuff like that, got me in the booth or whatnot. They are no longer around though, so it's kind of a long story with that, though. But when it became more professional,
another day.
Yeah, story for another day. But when it became more professional, it was just I've always rapped in the street since I've been about 16, and so I've already had a pretty well-known name here in Lima doing that. And then just when I got a little older and more hip to being professional, which is investing more in yourself, buying beats, getting real studio time, stuff like that, instead of trying to produce yourself. Yeah, that's where I was doing but don't get me wrong, all that was a good learning experience. All that was a really great learning experience.
I know myself just as well as or Big Mike knows that a lot of the great artists, independent artists now, are doing their own engineering and recording.
Most definitely.
And I know how confusing that shit is and how much hard work time is put into that shit. And me and Aaron Smith did that shit, through our first album or two, and it was just dude, days.
Yeah,
days.
And
something you can do in a couple hours.
Yeah,
we was fucking taking 2 days, bro, staying up 2 days straight,
just producing a track,
3 songs.
Yeah,
we recorded and produced 3 songs, so
yeah.
See, and I learned a lot of that. See, when I was younger, I was just always bad doing things just drinking and just trying to hang out with the wrong, just hanging out, not trying to fit in, but it was my lifestyle then.
Yeah.
But just we drank on the weekends, we partied, we had a good time. Yeah, I just had a lot of older influences, and that's what I'm getting at, with the recording thing. One of my homies, ADs, that he's actually down right now. he showed me the ropes with like Pro Tools and stuff like that. He's the one that actually got me into the booth, which would be like the closet. We made it, you know what I mean? Wasn't a professional booth. It was in my room on a fucking
fucking futon set up on
futon set up, fucking blankets over the closet door. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of just gave me more like, it's just like a lot of practice, man. It just set me up for what I am doing now. You know, it gave me a lot of practice. Like, I've done lots of CDs in the hood, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 CDs, and that was all good practice. And it's just led up to this point now. You know what I'm saying? Just
Exactly.
But with the recording thing, like I said, me and Dave, I learned all that. I got in a wreck when I was younger with AD, and I was in the hospital for 3 months. And I had 10% kidney function. I was in there for 3 months. I was about to die. But I ended up getting an insurance from it after I got out of the hospital and stuff like that. But I ended up buying my own mic and stuff like that. After this point, AD had got himself in trouble or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, I ended up buying my own mic, which is the mic we got, and that was a long time ago. It's still in the box, you know.
I still got that in the box.
I can't tell you how many times I took that program, downloaded it on a PC or anywhere like I could, and I was recording anywhere I could with that thing. And
I don't give a shit. That mic will never leave.
Me and AD, and I tell you what, me and AD, we used to rap anywhere and anywhere where we could, and we used to haul that big freaking dinosaur modem and the freaking we used to and we was going from hotel to hotel and recording, and we was using a $20 mic from Walmart.
Well, see,
duct tape.
That's funny you brought that up because I knew.
It just, like I said, it's a learning experience, man.
It's funny you brought that up because I knew Big Mike has a set of questions he wanted to ask you, and it was progressing through your career, bro. And I was going to stop you before he took off because I wanted to say. I remember you tell y'all. Well, you and I've had other people tell me stories about y'all, like, you know, trapping in the hotel, like shit. Yeah, we recorded like 5 songs in the hotel trapping. It's like, you know, bro, like. That's some real shit. I mean, even if you're not successful at that point, bro, I did it. Like, I was rapping and rapping, baby. I did that shit.
I wasn't successful as like professional, like where I got a good fan base going, but I had
but
everybody in the hood knew me, and they know me. But also, my parents were well known, and my grandma was well known, so they knew me. Like, older people knew me.
Progresses.
So everybody just knew me from the hood, and like, man.
So you just, I mean, it helped you get that much.
It helped. Dude, I've had hundreds of songs that I've done that are just never be heard. I even got stuff on the internet like SoundCloud and stuff that are just old stuff like you could find, and you're like, dang, this is him now. Like, you know, it's just progression. It's just
it is.
And being never giving up, just steadily. Man, I've had days I just wanted to be like, man, I don't know if I'll do it.
My next question is like, kind of adding to what I just asked you is, how long were you in the game when we linked? Because when I hit you up for Counting Racks, like.
So that was your guys' first interaction?
I knew Mike.
Well, yeah, because I used to see you all through at like Lima. Like, I would see you, and I'd see you in Madge's videos too.
Yeah, I knew a lot of
Paperboy.
And then I would see you down at the carryouts all the time too.
Yeah, I just I knew a lot of people, but I also was in trouble, and I was in JDC with a lot of these people too when I was younger.
Yeah.
But when I got out, like I said, it's that I just networked hard, you know, and like just me being younger, hanging out with people, and like you said, you see me in other artists' videos before I was actually really doing anything. I didn't know how to really approach it. I was really kind of by myself. AD was just like, yo, here, let's do this, but he wasn't really serious about it. Not when like I met Dave. Dave was like, bro, you got some talent. You need to get your ass off your. You need to get off your ass and let's get this popping, bro. Let's do something. And I was like, I got a mic and this and that. He's like, well, let's figure this out. And sure enough,
man,
he did what he could. It was just like.
Quickly, a funny story. I have to tell this because he does. So I started following him online, right?
This is when I was promoting for Bezz hard. Like, I do still.
And I was going hard. Like, I was promoting this shit for G Slick and them. Like, because I fucked with them. They them some nice ass dudes. Him and Quincy, you know, King. I fucked with them heavy. And I came across Aaron, man, on social media, and I started following him, and he, you know, repping Bezz and promoting for Bezz and shit. I'm like, man, I love Bezz. Bezz is gas. That shit's gas. I'm like,
I love
this
Bezz
dude's
too, man.
dope. Well, he had some stickers one day, and I wanted to buy them. We know that story. And he can tell that story later or whatever. But so the whole thing with meeting him, I did not like his music. It was street. It ain't that I didn't like it. It wasn't my style, right?
Right.
And because I didn't live the street life he had. I didn't live. You know what I mean? I had a street life, but it wasn't fucking close to his, right? But the funny part with the whole thing was I didn't like his music, but I'm like, bro, he's got talent. Somebody needs to put money behind this kid. And I knew he was in a hard spot. I could tell by his posts and shit like that, right? But I'm like, we just put some money behind him. I didn't know what I had to do. I didn't know you, obviously.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so I was like,
but we already did count up the racks at that time.
Well,
yeah.
Well, we did the show.
That's how I met you.
You said you guys wanted to do hey, I'm doing the song, bro. He's gonna have me recorded this. I was like, would he let us record there, bro? And we'll pay him. Like, and that's the whole story of how we all got together. Like,
man, that's fucking wild.
And
Yeah,
now, dude, I was
literally living at my mom and dad's house still, and that's when I was trying to bounce back from getting out of prison.
And it came all the way back around though, like you said, like you had the bad youth and everything. You was rapping, you did all that shit. When I first met you, and we went through a couple years. I mean, you still had a few bumps where you hit, and I believed in you. You just had to grow up, right? And you did that shit. Now look at you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, everything you dreamed you wanted. Like you said, you was living in your mom's fucking laundry room or whatever.
For real, bro.
And for real, now you got a house. I mean, you got fucking your kids. You wake up every day to your kids to go to that job. The career's progressing enough to where soon enough, if you keep going, we should be able to all be able to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be nice one day.
That'd be awesome.
With that being said, like, I talk a lot how proud I am of you that's coming around, not even as an artist, as a human being in full, you know, and I'm glad we did what the fuck we did, because it's history, bro.
I tell you what,
straight history.
It took a lot,
and
man.
I'll tell you before we go any further, I do want to say we owe everything to that man right there.
Yeah,
bro.
for real, Mike.
Big Mike has.
Man, I appreciate that for real.
He's produced
all day
everything that we've got, man.
Dude,
and
it's been fun.
And not only has we progressed, he's progressed, and it's that's where we was back at, where you're producing and you're an artist. And that is very hard to focus on two different things like that.
Start a podcast.
Now he's starting a podcast. He is, and it's just like. But like I said, it's super hard to juggle a producer and an artist career, and being a curator, you know,
and a
family working a job. It is hard to do that, but we've all progressed, and you've definitely progressed on everything, and you also make beats, everything, bro. So it's just like. Yeah. Without you, this would not be possible for real. Like
we ain't as far as we would be without.
And I'll tell you what, I wish I would.
And that's kind of the same with you guys too, in the way. Like I wouldn't have the motivation if it wasn't for being able to work with everybody that's motivated,
bro. It's just like we did that track, and I was already promoting for Bezz, and then I met Dave, and I went to Delphix, and I never really went outside of Lima. Because I'm a Lima boy, that's where I'd be at. So I was always here on the south end of Lima, and I was just hanging with the wrong crowd at the time. But it's just part of the learning experience, bro. But when I went to Delphix, when I met Dave and his wife and his family, I met him when he only had one kid. Now he has two. And dog.
That's because of that damn Crown Royal, man.
That was a plan, baby. But yeah, then that's another thing. Like drinking as an artist to any other artist out there that performs and stuff like that. One thing that I learned over performing and doing stuff at venues and bigger places and being with Bezz, I didn't listen at first. I was always just running around drinking, smoking weed, freaking promoting. But then I learned, he's like, man, he drank sometimes too. But then he quit drinking. You have
to know.
And then he's just like, you probably shouldn't drink before getting on stage. But me and Dave still would go against it until we realized
that was gonna be my next question. Is how did you meet Bezz?
How did I meet Bezz? All right, so this is it. Okay, so I met Bezz. I got out of prison. I was just living at my mom's house. Had my daughter. It was my first baby mom, but then we ended up linking. And I was already. I was online, and I was already rapping at that point with Lonnie, because when I got out of prison, Lonnie had literally built a studio that he had found. Like, he would just found it and built it in his basement.
Yeah.
And then we did something with the same studio equipment that I'm telling you about, that I've used many times before. Then
that shit belongs in the Smithsonian.
Bro, yeah. But dang, dog, I lost track of where I was at. Where was
How
I
did you
getting
meet
at?
Bezz Believe?
All right, okay. My bad. I smoke a lot of weed.
No, you didn't. Don't we all?
Anyways, I was online, man, and I was just searching through, and then I just started listening to his music. I heard Disappear, and I heard the HustleGod intro, and I seen him online going live. This is before he blew up, and he was still doing everything. He already had a good name going for him. This is before he had really made a big name.
Yeah.
And I just started talking to him, getting on his lives, really supporting him, sharing his shit out, messaging him, and then he just was like, "What up?" Like, bam, just started hitting me back. And then I was like, "What's up? You want me to help you promo and this and that?" And he was like, "Yeah, you help me promo." I ended up going to one of his shows, and then after that, for real, it was kind of a wrap, bro. He kind of not instantly helped me, like, put me on, but he did put me on to a lot of knowledge. He never handed me nothing or gave me nothing. I never asked him for nothing. It's always been out of love, me promoting all his music, because I do love him as an artist and a human being. He's a great guy. Like, man, he's really blessed my life.
That's what I've noticed too.
He's really blessed my life, and not only my life, Whitesmoke's life, and a lot of other artists' life, because without him, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, and I wouldn't have been able to meet you and other people that I've done shows with. Like, it just would not have been possible without Bezz. I mean, it'd have been a long shot in the dark, bro, but I don't think I would have been professional. I still would have probably been in the street and shit like that. Like I said, without me promoting for Bezz, I would have never got the attention of Dave, and then so forth on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but like, the whole point of me saying how I met Bezz was I met him on Facebook, and
same way I met Aaron Smith,
and he just kind of was growing at the point of like growing, and it took him a long time to really, like, there's so many people, me and Dave could tell you, man, like, there's so many people that was supporting you one year and then not supporting you the next year. Dude. But it took him a long time to see, like, Aaron Smith, you a real hustle god, and he's told me that, like, he's gave me the credentials, freaking, like, and I don't take it for granted at all, man. I appreciate the love, and he's really put me on, like, I graduated through shows, like, and I sold merch for him. I've done a lot of stuff, and then he had hosted as I was staying at my mom's house, and I've already was in the mix of the shows, traveling, doing all this stuff, doing the footwork, sticking up the stickers, sharing stuff, inviting people. I've had made lots and lots of groups for Bezz, different states and stuff like that, like the Bezz Believe Network and Florida chapter, Tennessee, this and that, and I would message people because I was already kind of popping on Facebook a little bit to where I could have reach in these different states, and I would reach out to people from these states and be like, "Hey, check out this artist." They'd be like, "Oh, he's dope. Well, how would you like to join the street team?" And I would build from that. That's how I met Carlos and Drew Grafton from Australia and Carlos from LA.
Man, we've been friends with them.
Man, they're super solid.
4 years, bro.
Man, super solid. And like I said, he hosted a mixtape, and I had already been to shows like the 420 show in Columbus. It was super packed, to the wall, bro. And that's when he was touring with, like, KO was his manager. Yeah. And Solo G came to this show, bro. It was it was packed. I'm telling you, packed, bro. And that was the first night that, like, I had a CD and I gave it to Bezz, and they must have listened to it. But even though I gave it to him, knowing where I was standing at, he knew what was up. Like, yeah, he's trying, but he needs to get more professional. So I never did nothing else after that. He did knew I rap and stuff, but he knew I was promoting hard. But I never was like, hey, share my song, or let me get a feature for free, or anything like that, bro. I was not. I just wanted to learn from Bezz, and that's exactly what he did to like me, even Dave. Like, he just taught us so much stuff, bro, and gave us keys and stuff.
A lot of do's and don'ts, bro, that you learn to where a lot of people think, you know, we cut corners. It was because we had that knowledge of what not to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We did get burned by a manager, which, you know, some people know that story, but that's the only thing. And we had already had her at the, you know, at this point. So it is what it is, but that you can't get that knowledge like that, bro. And when you get that, man, you just suck that knowledge up.
But what really I feel like secured me and Bezz is like friendship, and as an artist and as a forever friend, I feel like that, you know, like a brother considering my brother. Like, I feel, and also meeting LSD and PRG, you know, like from day, and like, man, he told us like, we just need to, you know, link up. You guys are from Ohio. He was doing a lot of stuff with Dylan that I didn't even know at the time, because I didn't know Dylan, but I only knew Bezz. But then when I met Dylan, we met. When I met Bezz, we met Dylan, Dayton, Ohio. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff there. But before that, like I was saying in the beginning, how I met Bezz was on Facebook. From that point on, I did a lot of promotion, met you. Then he had hosted a Legal Lean mixtape. He already had Legal Lean mixtape. I think this was a Legal Lean 2 mixtape. And
Volume 2, I think so.
I had wrote a song called Straight Spit, and I bought I leased the beat or whatever and got some rights to it from Caddy Beats on YouTube. And I wrote this song called Straight Spit, and I had Sean Mack produce it.
Shout out to Sean Mack.
Yep, Snappy and T. I had him produce it.
He's fire.
And I submitted it to that mixtape. And to be honest with you, I wasn't really working or doing nothing at the time. I was just promoting, and it was $50 to submit your song onto the mixtape. And they had like 300-400 people submit their shit, and then out of that many people, they picked like 30 people to be on the tape.
Yeah.
So there's like 30 different tracks.
Right.
Then out of them artists, whoever had got the most streams on all platforms got a feature with Bezz. And that's how I got a feature with Bezz. My first feature, Reality. And I got that beat from Forbes, Rich Forbes, here in Lima, Ohio. He made the beat.
Shout out to Rich Forbes.
And I got that beat from him, all the exclusive rights, I own it. He freaking looked out for me like tough, like, and it was I did it for a Lima thing, like, so he sold me the beat. I'm from Lima. I put Lil Chris from DMH on there. He's from Lima.
Yep.
And that's just like, you know, out of a respect thing. Like, me and him always needed to work, and we always talked about it and never had the opportunity. He was always performing and doing stuff. Plus, I was really kind of still staying back and learning, you know, as he was doing stuff. I don't know what he's doing now, but at the point of the thing is, I put him on there, so I got the beat from Forbes. I'm from Lima. He's from Lima. Chris is from Lima. And then I had Sean Mack produce it. He's from Lima. Yep. And then I had Bezz on there. So it was just kind of like, I did it for Lima. I did that track for my hometown, like, and I tried to bring us all together. And I don't know if they all realized that we all worked together on that track, but we did, you know. And I just don't know if they still realize. I don't know if they realize that or not, but I did. Like I said, I did it for Lima, bro. And that's what really, really secured it. And then we got more professional, and then we was like, the door opened to where he was like, hey man, let's start recording over here. And then you started progressing, doing shows. We was doing shows.
Yep.
And then it just bam. And then now we're here, you know, like, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to wake up, go to work 8 hours, come home to your family, your girl stressed out with the baby. You still got to go see your other kids over at your mom and dad's house. Like, it's a long day. And on top of that, you still have to make the music work, because that's the dream. Hey, and you've been working for it for so long.
If that's what you want to do,
know,
man, you have to make time.
You got
the dream.
We all know that. That's why we're always here till fucking midnight, you know, and on a day you have to work or whatever. it's life, man. And like that's why it goes back to saying proud of you, because you had to learn that, bro, because of just the lifestyle.
Man, there was a time I wasn't responsible. I wasn't. What is it?
Relos.
Oh, there was a time I wasn't responsible, bro. When we was grinding, bro, I was just not paying my bills, nothing, bro. But then I got to the point where I was like, I got to be responsible. I got to start paying my bills. I got to start paying my house off. I got to do this not for me, but for my kids' future also.
Exactly.
So it just was like. Sometimes it's just like everybody's natural. Like if you at work, if you mad, you be like, nah, dude, this is for my kids though. You know, you can't give up, dog, because you got a lot of people riding on you. You know what I mean? Yeah, not just me. You got a lot of people riding on you. You got a lot of people riding on you. Vice versa. We just got a lot of people depending on us.
And we got to keep it pushing.
And we're dependent on them too. So they need to know that, like, we do depend on y'all.
You have to keep smiling.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You don't want them to, you don't want your kids to see you depressed or mad, you know, and we were all in that spot at one point, you know, and I think it's a great thing to progress out of that dark spot. I just told my wife today, man, I was like, the sun's out. I'm in this new kick. When the sun's out, I'm making a post. Like, you know, it's a great
sunny day, great day.
It's a great day.
The older I get, I realize it's the little things, you know, like the sunlight and when the sun's shining, your kids smiling in the morning, bro. It's just those little things that make it better. You know, I don't need a fucking gallon of Crown. I don't need a fucking...
But back in the day, bro, we was heading straight to the liquor store. Let's get a bottle. And we drank that and we get another bottle. And then we would be in Dave's freaking closet recording Universal Pack. Like,
so that's what I was getting ready to mention. Like, Whitesmoke, do you have any questions you want to ask Aaron while I twist this up, and then we'll do Pass the Blunt?
Yeah. Well, before we get started with any of my personal questions, I have a question for you, man, and this is one with me being your brother, man. Me and you know everything about each other. This is one thing I don't know about you. Roller skates or rollerblades?
Yeah. All right. It's going to be rollerblades.
All right. Now, before I go on with why I asked you that, have you fucking tried to rollerblade before you answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't even roller skate.
Yeah, I can't.
Bro,
you know,
give me 8 wheels.
I tell you this, dog. I grew up in Lima, Ohio, and we have Edgewood skating rink. And when I was a kid, I used to go skating.
That don't mean shit. That
all the time.
All the time.
When I was there.
Yeah. But yeah, I grew up in the era where the monsters dropped, and everybody was hype on monsters, bro. Like, they had their skating rink was selling monsters to kids.
That's
hyping them up, bro. Everybody was going in circles at 100 miles an hour in there, like. Nah, but I do know how to rollerblade from that, and we have the skate park over here in Lima, and I used to BMX over there, and we had rollerblades as kids and shit like that. So me and my older cousins would go over there. We sneak away from my mom and dad's or our grandma's house over on G Block and freaking head over to the park over there, and we'll be there to sundown. They'd be looking for us, calling the police on us and shit, like, my baby, like, we're over my baby, and we're over at the skate park just skating because we was bad. We didn't care.
We played basketball and football. I mean, the sun go down, you know, the street lights come on. We played basketball and football. There wasn't no skate, bro. There wasn't. I was a little fat kid. There wasn't no skating.
See, I also played. I played midget league football. Also, my dad coached midget league for a long time, maybe good 10, 15 years, and I played 4 years at midget league 9 to 12. But I just always been a kind of like an athletic kid, and always in school went to gym and played basketball, and every chance I got, I was outside running around.
So
and
you
doing
wasn't
shit.
that kid, that goth kid with the long hair over your eyes up in the stands, refusing the dress for gym? Like everybody's trying to hit you with a dodgeball, or was that just me? I mean,
man.
Nah, man, I was real athletic in school too, but I was real heavy set, man, until about my junior year. I thinned out a lot, but bro, before that, my life.
I tell you what though, being in JDC a lot though, I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker, you go in there, at Ward Hill, they done changed it up now. They got a new one out there for the kids, right. But the real motherfuckers know Ward Hill, and if you spend some time out there as a kid, bro, you know what's up, dude. I spent days and months out there, dog. But they would let you out to play basketball once in a while, or like if it was nice out, you can go out and play like kickball and shit like that. And it's just like, but I've always worked out like if I was ever in trouble and stuff like that, I'd be working out in my room and shit like that. So I was always fit no matter what. Plus my dad's not a big guy and my mom's not big. She's just a little taller and lanky. You know what I mean? Like my dad's short and he was stocky.
I might have to cut you off, and the reason is because Mike wants to do Pass the Blunt. But before he starts that, bro.
What's that?
You'll find out.
Find out.
Hey, this is about to be a learning experience.
Alright, let me get the coat off real quick.
Getting hot in here.
Oh.
I have a fireplace in here.
Yeah, if it's getting too hot, you got a fireplace.
It's heating up. He's on fire.
He's on fire.
I just wanted
you see this jacket? Dude, Bezz signed this jacket, bro. This motherfucker is super fire. Look.
Oh, that is
That's
gas.
super gas, bro.
Yeah, that is dope.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I found $100 in that pocket, and I don't know if it came from me from sticking it in there or he stuck it in there.
You have a question you want to ask him for Pass the
So
Blunt?
I just had something for, because I know fans like to get like personal views.
Yeah.
2 quick questions. We'll answer them real quick without dragging them on. So, you play video games. You play. If you play video games, what's your favorite video game to play?
To be honest with you,
I know you don't play a lot of video games. Like you're just getting hit because you was too busy out doing street shit.
Bro, I literally never. Okay, so when I was in the street and like I lived over on Elizabeth and I was still I was rapping with AD. That's when like Modern Warfare 3 dropped and Black Ops 2 dropped, and that was like the shit. That I'm kind of conditioned to play that type of game. For a long time, I mean a long time, I didn't play video games until just like maybe like a month ago, 2 months ago, since I've been
it's
a kid.
Dad life, bro.
Bro, that and just
you have to have something to take your mind off.
Yeah, and then like so now like I'm playing the new Modern Warfare game, and that's kind of like what I'm addicted to now, like team deathmatch and shit like that. So if y'all play, my motherfucking PSN name is motherfucking HustleGod for life.
You heard the man. Go annoy the shit out of him and pick him off and camp on his ass.
I'm playing team deathmatch all day.
All right, so let's.
All right,
as
so
you said, pass the blunt.
Pass the Blunt. Pretty sure we're still recording.
Did it time out?
Good. It shouldn't have.
Hopefully we're not sitting here talking and nothing's going on.
It should be good. But just to be sure, I'm gonna stop it and then hit record again. Actually, no, we should be good. It should be okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it should be okay.
It looks like it's playing up there, dog.
Yeah, it's still playing, but I don't know if it's still traveling like it should right now. Hey, yeah, we're good.
Yeah, it should be working. Didn't nothing get touched though.
So
what's the pass the blunt?
Pass the Blunt is basically you're gonna be hitting the blunt the whole time, and we're gonna each ask you 6 questions apiece, and you have to continuously hit the blunt while you answer these questions.
And they'll just be random off the wall.
It has to be
like interview type quiz. It's going to be some.
It has to be
shit.
like you have to boom, like you can't take much time on it.
Yeah.
All right, so
off
ready?
the top.
All right, let's try to get this. Let's try to get this.
All
All right, ready?
And then after that, we'll do your freestyle.
Am I gotta hold it?
You gotta keep hitting it. All right, ready?
Yeah.
I'll ask you a question.
Pepperoni pizza or cheese pizza?
Cheese.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
I
back
thought
and forth.
you did it consecutively. Okay, cat or dog?
Dog.
Basketball or football?
Football.
Movies or television?
Television.
Jack Nicholson or Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey.
All day long. Trucks or car? Like you truck or car?
I like trucks, but it just depends. Car.
He wants to motivate it. Could move car around.
Well, we're gonna count that. I'm gonna say trucks because Bezz just dropped that. So trucks and lifted.
Miami Beach or New York City?
We're going to Miami, baby.
If you could have one thing in the world, what would it be?
What would it be?
Off the top, yep.
Ooh, one thing in the world.
Even thinking like if Genie popped in your damn head, hey, you got 3 seconds. What do you want?
One thing in the world.
Yep.
My grandma back.
That was a good one. I didn't think that was coming.
Biggie or Tupac?
Tupac.
Bam. That was a good one.
5.
That's 5.
Yep.
All right. So, man, I know so much. It's like
Tick tock, tick tock.
Gold, silver, obviously gold or platinum. I said silver.
Platinum.
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey or Ellen DeGeneres?
Ellen.
Bro, fuck it. Really, Oprah, bro?
I like Ellen.
Oprah for the win.
Oprah.
Listen, I don't know anything
Unanimous.
recent because I don't look at the whole thing, but I know that I did hear something about Ellen. But when I was in prison, bro, I watched Ellen every day for 2 years, bro.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I used to watch her old TV show. She's funny as fuck.
I like Ellen though. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know how she is as a real person though. So
Right.
Well, they don't know how we are either. You know
nah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That ain't for us to find out.
Last question for you.
Oh.
No, I
okay,
passed.
6 piece. All right, yeah.
Oh
so,
shit! Was I supposed to hit the blunt?
Yeah, it's
No,
good.
you're
One more.
you're good. You're good.
All right, I smoked most of it.
Sun or the moon?
Son of the moon.
Sun or the moon.
Ooh. Where am I living at?
If you had, I don't know.
Lima, Ohio.
Where? Yep.
Fuck the sun.
Yeah, you're gonna need that. It's Ohio, man.
I'm sick of this cold weather. We're gonna need the sun here. Pronto.
Shit.
Pronto.
All right, so before we get into the rap part of this segment of the podcast, do you have any music links you want to plug in or let people know where to find you at?
Yeah, you can find me on any streaming platform under Whitesmoke Music or HustleGod Aaron. And you can find me on Instagram, HustleGod_Aaron. Also on Facebook. I got a few different Facebooks and an artist page. Just look up Aaron Smith. Come follow me there and check out everything I got going on. Me and Whitesmoke, my boy Whitesmoke. And we got the Whitesmoke music page also. I need everybody, if you could, just come follow our pages. Help us keep growing.
Definitely.
And help us keep being creative. Because without you guys being there and letting us know how creative we really are, we would not be doing this for real.
That's true.
Yeah, it would be pointless, honestly.
Yep.
For real.
And one more thing. You are...
HustleGod Aaron.
And you represent...
Motherfucking Whitesmoke Music, Hustle Guys for life. And you already know what it is. We in the lab life. Hey.
Hey.
All right, y'all. Let's get into this rap part, and then we're out. You got something to say, Whitesmoke?
Man. Nah, I mean... you can tell them that you have an album about to drop.
Oh, yeah. Well, we... and another thing is, before we wrap it up, like, we're just starting to get our Spotifys and stuff up. Because me and Dave did a lot of stuff backwards. We did a lot of shows and built our stuff on the
Cutting
foot.
corners.
Yeah, and then, but not really, though. Because not really.
They call it, but it's
But we
did
just
it
kind of
ass
slacked on the
backwards,
Spotify thing, so now we're gonna get the Spotify stuff up. But I'm about to drop an EP called "Never Too Late: The Perfect Timing," and me and my brother Whitesmoke are dropping a collab album called "Give Us Our Roses." So that'll be coming real soon.
Hell yeah. All right, let's get it.
Hey,
Thank y'all for listening.
hey, give us our flowers. Let's go. Hey, say it much louder, smoking on flowers. Shout to my producer for making this fire connected like towers. Dissing you cowards, welcome to the end of your final hour. Standing on stage, I'm holding the title. Mic in my hand, watch me go psycho. Left with a right blow, watching the night glow. Hitting the nitro, rhyme with Whitesmoke. They didn't believe that we'll make it this far. Running no breaks, we causing the spark. Taking a stand, we